Well, hello. Today, I was kind of busy today. I had to go take a little woman to the doctor. Her feet were swelling and thought it was a blood pressure medicine, so I took her to my doctor, and that's what it was. Let me get my skillet oiled and turn it on. So today I'm going to take this steak, and it's a chopped steak, and I'm going to make just plain old fried steak. My mother and I, let me get some flour. Get my mixing bowl. Here. Put some flour in it. I'll add my garlic and my onion. I'll add just to taste garlic, onion. Little ground cardamom. That's used a lot in India, but it gives a good flavor. And of course, then I'll use some paprika. You just season it to taste. And of course I'll add my black pepper. Can't do without black pepper. We'll just stir that around. Take our steaks, put them down in there. It's real easy. I'm not putting an egg batter on there. I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm just going to coat these really good. Pull them up on the side there. Go to the next one. Get them coated fairly well. That was chopped sirloin. I think they probably had it on sale because I don't like paying a lot of money for nothing. I like to save money if I can. So, we'll get that. Now I'll use this bowl also for my okra, because I'm going to fry some okra. I'll be glad when the good garden onions get out, and the fresh okra and the green beans, all the garden stuff. Okay, now we'll just put that in our grease. Let that start cooking. Always make sure it's good and breaded. Probably would have made 2 fries on this, but I'm going to try to do it with just one fry. Because I am wash my hands off. Got that done. Set our bowl. Boy, I got flour everywhere, like I always do. Can't do nothing without messing up something. Oh, God, so don't. I'll let that cook on that side. It smells good, just for a little bit. Then I'll turn it. Go ahead and get it done. I'll let it cook real good. Probably use my tongs. Kind of shift this in the pan here. And kind of crumple them up a little bit. Go ahead and get this a cooking down in there. I try to get it on cooking pretty good. Cook it real good. To start off with, what I'm trying to say is I keep it on high. My allergies are so bad today. When I took my friend to the doctor, my doctor friend said, "You sound like you're stopped up and you need some allergy pills." I said, "No, I have some. I just elect not to take them all the time." Now that I've got that going, I'm going to go ahead and put some salt on them. I like to salt them pretty good because I've already put pepper in it, but I always just put pepper. That'll probably make some good gravy, y'all. Now, excuse me. Now I'll put my lid on. That will kind of keep that steak from getting too crunchy. Plus it'll trap that heat in there. I'm going to go ahead and turn that down to about a 4. And that, go ahead and put that over here. On this back burner. Once I turn it again. Let me get my stove pad. I call it a stove pad, but it's what I do to keep my Okay, now we'll put our lid on that. Oh goodness. Break something here in a minute. Get that moisture off of there. Alright, what I'm going to do is just move this pan over here on back burner. Let that continue to, we'll put that on about a 6. Just let that continue to cook. Okay, now I'm going to get my other skillet. Got several skillets. Can't never have too many skillets. Got little ones and big ones and all that. We'll let that grease get to going. Let that continue to cook. Now we'll revert back to our bowl. Revert back to our bowl. Now I just used the Walmart Great Value cut okra. I'll just put it in there. Let it thaw out a second. Put that down. Let's see. I kind of chop that up. It kind of gets down in. I'll stir that around. Because as that starts melting, you can put your batter or coating on there. That's the way I do it. When I'll let that melt down a little more. I'll get just starting to kind of melt. I'll put a little more cornmeal. Just put cornmeal on it. Start raking it around. I don't do all that egg stuff and what have you. Let that sit there for a little bit. Give it. That should be enough cornmeal. Okay, this one's starting to heat up. Always try to keep everything clean. My grandmother always said if you keep your stove and dishes washed and everything as you go along, you'll have more time to spend with your family or your guests. Well, it's just a 91-year-old mother and me, and we enjoy each other's company, but I enjoy being in the kitchen and she enjoys watching television and reading. So it works out perfect. You check that steak while this is kind of get at least a towel. I don't like drips. Oh, that's coming out. It's getting there. I'll tell you what I may do. I'll turn that more like a good steak. I could drain some of that grease off, but I'm just going to do it that way. And we're going to check to see. Okay, I drained the grease off of the steak because I thought it's not gonna do right if I don't get some of that grease off there. And so it's a lot better. I think it's a lot better. That'll make, I left enough grease to make the gravy, southern gravy. And this is still kind of melting. I'll try it and see. I think that'll be all right. Let's see. May want to salt, coarse pepper, like that. We'll let that start running down. I don't want to move it too much. It'll knock any little flour that you have on it off. If you want to make a little more wispies in it, a little flour. If you want to make a little more, I'll add just to make it a little more wispy. Cornmeal, because that'll finally that'll brown, see. That's just the way I did it. Granny did it. We do everything that our grandmother and mother did. Or at least I do. Now, let's turn that on up and get it kind of going. Well, I hope everybody's having a good day. We are. A little warmer today. I do these videos just for my own solitude. So like I can talk to friends. Even though there's no really one to talk to, I talk to Mother, but she has her own engrossment of the TV, and so then I come to the kitchen. The kitchen has always been my solitude. Seems like. Well, I'm going to let these fry, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, let's pull that steak over here. Go ahead and get that out of there. Well, that browned up good. See all them crispies? Always so good to have those, especially when you're putting gravy gravy on there. When I was a kid, I used to love these Krispies. I'm going to take them all out. Don't take them all out. And you want some in your gravy. So there, we'll scratch that pan. Scrape that. Okay. Get this cleaned off here. I'll set that, but go ahead and set that back there. Get my stove clean. Check my okra. That's about ready. Pull that off. Oh, pull that off. Another paper. Let's go put it in this silver bowl here. Put that in the silver bowl. Turn that down. Okay. We can make a little bit of lacy cornbread now, I think. Set this over here. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Well, that's already hot, so that's already hot, and I can make the gravy back there. Or I can make the lacy cornbread back there. I guess I could make the lacy cornbread. I'll show you what I'm talking about. We'll pull this just kind of to the side here. Always dropping something somewhere. That's hot. Okay, so okay, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put more grease. Let me see. Put some more grease that I had out of the meat. Put it back into this. Get that heated up. Get that on fire going. So what I do is I had this cornmeal left over. Let me get some water out of the dispenser. Hot water. You want hot water. Hot water in this. You want hot water in this. Just pour water. Hot water. Mix that around. a little soupy. Put a little more salt just so. We have, let me get just a hair. A little more cornmeal. Not a whole bunch. Not like. Kind of like a real thin pancake batter, as you'd say. Kind of like a thin pancake. But, and what I do is I get my ladle, stir that around. Okay. Take this. I just I'll do another. Let them cook till I see that lacy. It's always good if you have a bowl of beans and you want to act a little different. You can sometimes I put a little baking soda in it, baking powder. I didn't. Take you. Take your meat plate. That's still not quite done. Saves you from having to heat up the oven. If you want some cornbread, if you have beans or something like that. Okay. Mix that around, remember. Yeah, if I make red beans, I try to make these if I have guests, and I kind of set them up in my bowl, and it kind of gives a kind of a pretty presentation. I want them to stick though. That'll start bubbling up like a pancake, kind of. Let's see, where's my spoon? It's the easiest way to turn something with a spoon. I think that's all I'm going to make is just those spears. And I'll put them. I guess they probably started this when they didn't have much money and they just had cornmeal and water. Well, that would give them a little thicker something to use as cornbread. Let's push this one off. We'll put our meat grease and meat back on there. I'll let this over here with our okra. Clean my stove. Now I've got it greased. I'll have to get my vinegar and water out. I'll tell you. Turn that off. Let's get this going. Just a little bit of grease. I mean a little bit of flour. I want a whole bunch. That'll be enough. I don't want to make a whole bunch of gravy. Make sure you cook that flour down. That's what makes a good brown gravy. Pepper and salt. If you don't have milk, you can use heavy cream, but I always use milk, and if I have to add water, I can. Yeah. Look at that. Take over here and turn it down. Let me switch and I'll get my regular spoon. So that's already getting thick on that gravy. That's the big issue, is you cook that flour till it's cooked, and the salt and pepper. That's what makes a good gravy. Then it'll start thickening up and you won't have them old lumps in it. If you don't cook the flour down and you put cold milk in there, it'll lump up in just a minute. And stir it, because it'll get... Now, if your gravy gets too thick, you just add hot water to it, and it'll thin it back down. But keep it stirring. Now that's getting thicker, better. We won't have to add no water to this today. See how thick that's getting? It's getting thick. Once that cools, that will make a good gravy. It's got all the little wispies, I call them, in it. So, let me clean up here a minute. Get this kind of cleaned up. And then I'll show you our finished products. Because you know we've got some good old home cooking tonight. See how that's thickening on up there. You could have made some fried potatoes and to go with this, or see that's thickened up. Now that you took it off that burner, at least it didn't burn, so you took it off and it's sitting there deciding it's going to thicken up. And it did. Okay, I hope y'all have a blessed evening. Mother and I are going to eat, and then we've got a few things we got to do, and maybe we'll be full doing it. I hope you are. God bless you.